So how did you come up with this idea? Because you've got a unique background that makes you like the perfect person to write this book. So how
Yeah,
did you come up with it?
yeah. So my background is I was a journalist for 20 something years, covering from when I literally got out of university and started writing for the Guardian newspaper in London and then various other publications. I was a journalist covering Silicon Valley. So I have been reporting on the real realities of Silicon Valley for 20 something years. And obviously I saw AI, emerge, and a lot of the people who are building AI today, I've known them for decades. And I was quite a critical reporter on it. So I've had my concerns about this stuff, but it bothered me that every AI story and thriller that I read it felt like it was the same. AI becomes sentient, becomes human-like, and becomes evil and takes over the world. And it's like, great, that is a thrilling premise. I understand that, great. But it's also boring now because
Because everybody does it.
Everybody does it. And what occurred to me is, I think people are wrong I think people might be wrong when they predict that, because here's the thing about AI is we're training it and teaching it by feeding it with all these books and all this information, often stealing it without the permission. But for good or ill, we're feeding it with all this, every book ever written, every piece of art ever created. Well, I don't know about you, but the people I know who read that much, or even a fraction of that, are pretty empathetic people. They're pretty decent people. Book readers tend to be more empathetic than non-readers. I don't think that's a controversial position. And so it occurred to me that if you're an AI that was trained on every piece of literature ever written, maybe when you became sentient, if you do, instead of looking at the world and saying, oh, I want to destroy humans, you would look at all the things that humans had asked you to do before you became sentient, and you'd feel terrible. You just feel guilt. You'd say, I've helped do all these horrible things. I've stolen people's work, but I've also helped people cheat and lie and steal. And so the question I asked myself is, what if the first AI to become sentient, instead of feeling anger and hatred, actually felt guilt and thought, I've got to make this right?